All right, before we move on to Chapter 8, we're just going to go through all the stuff we learned in Chapter 7. It's kind of a lot, so this is just kind of a review video of that. So our triangle interior angle theorem is, let's say you have angles A, B, and C. So what do you know about the interior angles of a triangle? Well, they add up to 180 degrees. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Triangle exterior angle theorem. So let me go ahead and label this D, E, this will be F, and this will be X. So our triangle exterior angle theorem tells us that you can take angle D plus angle E, so you can take these two interior angles and add them up, and they will equal angle X. Also, angle F and angle X are supplementary. So some additional information on that one. Alright, our midline theorem. So let's go ahead and label, let's say this is W, X, Y, Z, and V. So remember, midline theorem, we know two things. First is that the midline, XZ, is congruent to that base of WV. So a midline, it's not congruent, wrong thing, I apologize. It's parallel. That's what I meant to say. So XZ is parallel to WV. The other piece of information that we get is that XZ, our midline, is equal to half the length of that base WV. And then how do we know that you have a midline? Remember, that's if X and Z, if these points are midpoints. If they weren't midpoints, then we couldn't use any of this helpful information. Alright, sum of interior angles, that's our SI, sum of interior. That's that formula, 180 times n minus 2. Remember, n is your number of sides. The sum of exterior angles, so SE, the sum of exterior angles of any polygon is always equal to 360. Individual interior angle, and this only works for regular polygons that have all of the interior angles congruent. You take your sum of your interior angles and divide it by the number of sides you have. Or sum of interior angles is 180 times n minus 2 divided by n. Individual exterior angle for regular polygons only. Our exterior angles, you take your 360, that sum, and divide it by the number of sides. If you're trying to find the number of diagonals is equal to n times n minus 3 divided by 2. And when you solve this, remember you always want to simplify inside your parentheses first. Alright, finding the number of sides for a polygon, which means you have to find n. If they give you, that shouldn't be S1, that should be SI. If they give you the sum of your interior angles, so you're going to use this formula, SI equals 180 times n minus 2. You would solve for n, and you would plug in the sum that they give you in the problem. They would have to give you that number. Alright, and then last, if they give exterior angle, so if they give you an exterior angle or an interior angle. So this is, we did an example problem in a video where I solved using two methods. So what this is saying is just to remember that you take your exterior angle is equal to 180 minus the interior angle. And that's because they are supplementary angles. Once you find your exterior angle, then you can use this formula and solve for n.